Check, check. Check. Yeah. Alrighty. Should be live. Welcome, welcome. If you've just tuned in, I've literally kind of just woken up. Yes, it is my birthday today, and I figured we'd do a first look, just orientate a little bit around Talmuth and have a look here. Place a blockchain weapon artifact in the slot to permanently destroy this item, reducing its total supply. Whoa. Well, let's actually test the Shadow Forge. I wanted to go through the article, but maybe yeah. Also, let's go turn the music up a little bit because I did change a lot of the music in the game. So that's pretty cool. That's sounding nice. Jadian is back. Ooh, contracts are more expensive. 3 blues. Oh my goodness. That's quite a big change. Luckily, these still stay the same. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Let's see what Oren has got to offer. Cool. Chill effects. Each enemy you chill increases your damage by 5%. That's what you're supposed to combine these things. Elder Gleam. Oh, what is this? New weapon type. Two-handed claws. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, a nice ice short bow this time. Okay. Orb of Hoarfrost Dominion. Chilled enemies take 50% weapon damage. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So you have to become like an ice build. What is this? Cryo Storm Pendant. Killing a chilled enemy releases a frost burst. That's interesting. So it's like they work together, like collect them all kind of thing. Interesting. Alright, let's see, who's this? The list of Forge Heart. Good day, Nightshade, distinguished part of Talmud. Golden Harvest Amulet. Actually, I'm a distinguished bard every other day in the year. I think it'll be a birthday title, isn't it? Is there a birthday title? What does it look like? So here we go. Today I will be... That's cool. Birthday legend. I shall be the birthday legend. I like that. Cool. Alright. Fuser, Shadow Forge. There's quite a lot to get through, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with just a good old article read through. I'm sure you guys have read through it yourself, or those of you who are lazy, have probably not. So let's do it together. And it looks like we've got an ad break coming, so I'm just going to snooze that one. Okay, if an ad does pop up, just let me know, and then I'll pause and just wait for the ad to pass. Alrighty, so let's go back to the main menu here. and check out the article from in-game. Alrighty, here it is. Just move my face for a second here. Frostfang. Alright, so to our beloved players, it's been almost 7 years since the release of Forgotten Artifacts. What started as a singular mode without even having a town, where you ran dungeons and had to choose between keeping inventory space for loot or equipping artifacts to support your run, has evolved massively over the years. With this update, it feels like we are closing a major chapter of the game's base development. Closing might be a strange word to use, since we still have plenty of ideas and plans on the to-do list. But when it comes to the core gameplay loop and mechanics, the foundation is now firmly in place. From the very beginning, we made a conscious decision to prioritize mechanics over co-op. You only get one chance to hook players when they first try a game. If players had jumped straight into co-op runs without a clear progression path or meaningful goals to pursue, many would have left just as quickly. This update is therefore a major milestone mechanically. We are excited to explain the choices behind it and share a roadmap for what comes next. Quite a lot to cover, and many of these changes originate from systems that have evolved over time. We'll do our best to present everything as clearly as possible. Okay, so I have read this whole article. I don't know if you guys are up for full-on deep dive. I mean, I think it's worth it. I'll try and just do this kind of quickly because I'm also keen to play. Right, rework of potions. Data showed that even the introduction of Nature's Gift replaced spend many of those on containers instead of resources. The game is still generating a surplus of consumable items. At the same time, we want to reintroduce more challenging gameplay and meaningful decision-making during adventures. For that reason, we made the following changes. Potions now last for a single adventure, no more pre-potting. In Descending Nightmares and Hellfire, potions last one level or floor. Potions now stack up to 5, allowing players to prepare for multiple runs, several Descending Nightmares / Descending Hellfire floors. Immunity potions have been removed, damage potions have been reworked, Transcendent potions have been reworked, so I guess I need to check that out. These changes help balance resource generation and consumable usage, while also increasing the value of artifacts and permanent upgrades. Also make it much easier to properly balance future content and upcoming Colossi fights, which we'll explain later. We understand that some players optimize their builds around clearing multiple runs with a single potion setup. However, this was never intended as a core mechanic. Potions are now meant to support builds and provide tactical boosts rather than defining an entire run. To support this change, we have significantly reduced the resources required to craft potions. It is also worth noting that not everyone plays the game as a speedrunner. That's exactly what I was saying pre-update. Like, I feel like if 80% of your player base is casual, why is it built that we need to be playing as speedrunners? For many players, the change is actually beneficial, allowing you to take breaks, answer the door, step away briefly. Hey, good morning, Poopsie. Thank you for the birthday wish. Thank you, bro. Yeah, we're doing it. We're taking it nice and slow today. Allowing you to take breaks, answer the door, or step away briefly without worrying about potions expiring mid-run. Potion Surge. Where's the beer? It's a good morning. Here you go. Hello there, handsome. This is my coffee that a retired Valora made for me this morning. Very lucky. We're gonna be going for breakfast and having a nice birthday vibe. So I just figured we'd start off. Thank you. Yo, here come the raiders. Oh, is that Poopsie? Bro, thank you for the raid. Planet Surgery, I saw you also streaming, bro. Sorry to jump on with a birthday stream. I hope you're also having a good one. Shout out to Porsche. Thank you for the wishes. Surgery as well. Oh, Planet came in with a raid. Oh, what a legend. Thank you, bro. And Slight coming in for the wishes. You guys. Very, very sweet. I think you're actually, if I check my messages, let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. I think you are my first friends to wish me happy birthday. Even my local friends are still sleeping. So thank you for that, you guys. That's very sweet. Hey, what is that? Is that a subscription? A birthday subscription? Slight. What? They've subscribed for 21 months. What the hell, bro? I guess I'm stuck playing this game now with you guys. Hey? Thank you, dude. That's very sweet. Yeah, put that prime to use. What else are you supposed to do with it? That's very sweet, dude. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's try get through this article so we can do some playing. All right, let's have a look here. So we're talking about potion surge, permanent changes, support builds. Now we can, with potion surge, you can basically use all of your potions that you've got in slots, I'm guessing, all at once. So we'll check that out. Pets grant cleanse ability. Now this includes cleanses from stuns, slows, burns, damage over time effects, and any other loss of character control. So that's, I guess, when you can't move, you can actually use cleanse. You get stuck in a web, you get frozen. I guess, would that be slow? Chilled? Oh, damage over time effects, so it's everything. Okay, cool. Comes with both an energy and cooldown. So you need a good pet for this. Higher rarity pets will grant lower cooldowns and reduced energy cost. Okay, so pets are kind of like artifacts now. Make them more efficient at supporting players during difficult encounters. I don't really remember these monsters. Silvermane? What? Sylvanmane. I think that's those like monsters in like the early maps with like ice creature. Nightprowl and Ripjaw can bleed. Yo, that's brutal. Okay, so we have a much more tactical game. It's gonna be brutal. On top of that, Guardians have gained a new ability. When they strike you with their basic attacks, they apply Guardian's Reclaim. This debuff drains your energy and converts it into health for the Guardian at an amplified rate. Yo, so they can heal themselves. That's pretty cool. You are also able to use your cleanse ability while you are stunned. Okay, nice. Damage over time and loss of character control. In order to properly use and time the cleanse ability and to increase both difficulty and consumable usage, we increase the duration of damage over times. So what, you can use cleanse while you're burning. So you just have to time it in the sense that it needs to be available. Otherwise you're going to suffer and you're going to have to lean on your consumables. Okay. We're going back to our original poison. Do you remember the old swamps? Old Lost Relic swamps. We used to sit in, and if you get poisoned once, you get hit by one thing, you're poisoned the whole run, and you're just dying. Same with bleed. At least bleed is shorter. All right, let's see. Damage over times will still have different damage values, which increase depending on the tier value of the adventure. Okay, check your armor perks. So now there's different armor perks. Okay, Artisan Kiln. Players with an abundance of crafted resources can now take them to Artisan Kiln, and you'll be rewarded with Artisan Sigils. So I think is this to use for Titan Forged gear? I need to make sense of that. These Artisan Sigils can be exchanged at the kiln for containers. Oh, cool. So you can go from virtual crafted resources into arcane fragments. That's kind of new and nice. Instead of just having a big surplus, if you can't sell them because the market is crap, you can at least stack them for your own solo gameplay and then convert that to arcane fragments. I'm guessing that's what that means. Another balancing change affects nature gift exchanges. Buying containers remains the same price. Buying resources now costs double. Okay, so you need more nature's gift, but you need less resources to craft. Interesting. That seems like a balanced trade-off. We believe this will help create a better, balanced, and longer-lasting virtual economy. Okay, the Shadow Forge. With so many changes affecting virtual items, we also need to rebalance the collectible economy. Previously, we introduced sinks through empowered and supreme artifact upgrades. This new mechanic expands on this concept. Players can now take collectibles they no longer want to the Shadow Forge and receive a new currency called Shadow Core. When collectibles are broken down at the Shadow Forge, the remaining supply is reduced, essentially making whatever's still around a little bit more valuable. It's like a melting pot, except I'm sure when we Shadow Forge, we're not actually melting the item. But then again, I guess this is mostly off-chain anyway. Poopsie says you need 1/3 of the resources for pots. prices went up by 2. So basically, it's still 33% cheaper. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. That's very nice. So we actually win a little bit there. That's good to know. Sometimes, these changes, we feel like we're always kind of losing a little bit sometimes. This currency can be used to buy valuable new artifacts, purchase weapons, or recycle it for arcane fragments. Okay, that's interesting. Exchange can yield uncommon and epic arcane fragments. You can get a Shadow Orb, which is this thing, Shadow Fest Orb. Valor Triads, even. You can get Transcendent Valor Triads from melting items. That's crazy. And you might even get this new Shadow Cleaver, which would be insane. Poopsie says, all teapots went down by half. You need 2 Gallianders. That's basically what I said. Remember how everyone was freaking out? Remember Matt 640 and Sinner Z, who doesn't even play anymore, were complaining about the potions, and I said, let's just wait, guys. There's a higher chance that they'll alter the recipe. And what happened? Boom. Literally called it. Pre-update. Love it when that happens. Okay. Some items require Shadow Core blueprint. Each time you break down collectibles, there's a chance to obtain one. So we're going like a little bit like a Six Dragons style, where you're looking for blueprints. Interesting. And of course, transcendent items cannot be broken down. Shadowfest Orb. This new container has a chance to yield 2 new artifacts. Riot Medallion, which adds a 10% chance to trigger Frenzy. That's quite cool. Combine that with some crits. I could actually use that. That could be a fun item. And then you've got Shadow Lord's Crest. Wow. 20% range, magic, and melee attack speed. 5% movement speed, and 10% critical damage. That's a nice item. I would enjoy that one, I think. Limited supplies. So you can only get this if you're destroying items at the Shadow Forge. You need half the Gallianders, and their price doubled. Great deal. I mean, that's for the top potion, though. So I think that's fair. Arcane Fragments. Legendary. Okay. Can now also be used to activate a unique goal. Completing this goal rewards Shadow Core, offering another way to diversify how you earn rewards in this game. Also, guys, just for I know a lot of you play with your own music in game. It would be cool I want you guys to try and play and just test the new playlist of songs that I've made for the game. I feel like the whole goal is I want people to be streaming Lost Relics as it is, so that people can really get a feel for it. Like when people stream Genshin Impact or something. Oh, ads. Thanks for the heads up. 40 seconds. Alright, I'll wait for you guys. Slight, I guess you're the only one who doesn't have to watch the ads since you subscribed. Thanks for that, by the way. That's very kind. Thank you. Alrighty, 5, 4, 3. Hey, good morning, Dr. Green. What's up, brother? Thank you for tuning in to the Nightshade birthday stream. Alright, let's get back to it. So, yeah, I guess Slight and Noogle is the only one who doesn't have to watch ads because he subscribed. That's very sweet. Thank you. Alright, Descending Nightmare and Hellfire. We have reworked. Okay, I think you guys know what this is about. You basically score per floor instead of having to reach a tier. So if you do 1 Hellfire, you're basically already doing 4 levels. So if you do 3 Hellfires, you're doing 7 kind of thing. So you can get to a Nightmare Vault quicker, and it also encourages you to go deeper, which I think is pretty cool. That I think leans more into the whole point of this game mode. Prime Forge shards have also changed. There's no more epic ones, and they've been swapped with legendary ones. So that's pretty cool. Also, legendaries give you a single effect, but you can actually choose what that effect is. So it's a guaranteed 5%. which is like a safer option compared to rolling your effect for a higher percentage on mythical and transcendence. If that makes sense to you guys. So legendaries you can get. What? Oh, people are already complaining. Yeah, probably. I haven't even started playing yet. Expedition Frostfang. Okay. Base mechanics are the same. Weekly contracts, complete them, earn rewards. However, they are both minor and major adjustments. Some contracts goals have been slightly reworked. Nothing drastic, but you may notice the difference as you complete them. Bronze and silver contracts have prices having been increased. That to me is the hardest. That's the hardest thing. But I guess there's many more ways to get arcane fragments, so maybe it balances out. We simplified rewards even further. Every completed tier now grants a valor-bound mark, so you can choose what you want, whether it's to upgrade your armor and tools, get prime forward shards for weapon upgrades, or acquire valor triads, new artifacts. Level 17 still grants a valor-bound seal, which can be exchanged for valor triad, a new weapon, additional arcane fragments, and prime forward shards. And there's new chain artifacts. So we're experimenting with a new set of artifacts from expeditions. For this expedition, we are working with the following structure. Epic applies the status effect. Legendary amplifies the status effect. Mythical introduces stacking and further amplification / cohesion. And then Transcendent acts as the payoff / burst. So you're slowly, I understand, it's a stacking chain effect. So what, that's 4 artifacts. You basically have maybe your Abyssal Dominator and like a healing item left if you were to get all 4. Which is interesting. I guess you can create like a crazy ice build with your staff. Like for instance, my staff has chill on it. So I would be getting extra chill effect and then be able to like double, which could be cool. And actually be quite OP if you are going to be chasing that down. Dr. Green Sir says, now I joined and happy birthday. Lots of hits for you to sing. Thanks. Yeah, you can sing for me. Oopsie says, don't know if anyone is complaining. The Arcus was just changed. I think some people will be pissed, but it's time to adapt. Yeah. Colossi encounter changes. So now this is going to be significantly more challenging for everyone. We're introducing completely new item class, Titan Forged Gear. So this is like a seasonal progression system. You start off with bad gear and you slowly gear up to try and take on the Frostfang. I think that's quite cool. So we get like a seasonal reset. There's new energy. It's fresh. It's exciting. And you feel short-term progression even though it gets taken away at the end of the season. That's like a seasonal wipe. Surgery says, releasing on your birthday really is so cool. Yeah, what are the chances? I promise you that is not something that wasn't planned. That was just very lucky. How's that for RNG? Hey, 1 in 365. What are the odds there? Someone do the math. They increase the amount of fragments for contracts. Everyone farms engine. Yeah. By the way, just realized that your pet is blocking your attacks. Oh no. All right, we're gonna have to see. We're getting bugs already. So you can't bring your own equipment into the Titan Forge. I've already got the Expedition Pass. Grants you first Titan Forge token, allowing you to exchange it for a weapon of your choice. Alright, I'm excited to try this. Titan Forge weapons and artifacts will disintegrate at the end of the expedition. They provide seasonal progression, blah blah blah. That's what I said. Okay. Artifacts in the encounter. Players who level Titanfall will have access to their combat augments, previously called Soulcraft. This artifact becomes your first item allowed in the encounter. To properly balance the system, we significantly reduce the bonus values. Yeah, I understand. Those values were set based on the legendary weapon, which isn't relevant. I get that. Fighting a Colossus with just a weapon and 1 artifact is a serious challenge. A new weekly goal will reward an additional Titan Forge token, allowing players to gradually build the Titan Forge setup. That's cool. Alright. Valor-bound chest. 5,000 Luneri. Alright, what do we get for that? Fair chance to obtain one. The chest will have an unlimited supply for the first 24 hours. After that period, we'll review how many sold and determine the remaining fixed supply. So you get a Inverden Homestead deed. You get Descending Nightmare keys. You get bonus Breach XP for the whole expedition, bonus Titanfall XP for the entire expedition, and you have a chance to get a Champion's Residence emblem, which is like a really cool house, and then the Inverdon Market Sigil. Yeah, so I think Champion's Residence is just a fancy house, like a fancy room. So I'm not sure if that's something. I mean, I might. It is my birthday. Maybe I'll buy one of these, unless someone's feeling super generous out there and they want to buy me a birthday present. It could be cool to get that, or just a good old membership. Not that I'm asking for it. I might buy it for myself. I'm guessing that these things are tradable, because for the first 24 hours being unlimited supply, I'm guessing they're trying to stimulate sales. So that would be the kind of thing, like if you were to buy 2 and you've got multiple Inverdon homestead deeds, you're probably going to sell those on the market. So I don't know what that's going to sell for. Gold? Is that going to sell for? What is that going to be? You know, because I think you still, on top of this, you still need 5,000 Luneri in-game with the deed to get the house. So that's going to be a grind no matter what you do. Okay, Inverdon Home. I think those houses have always been there. Reduces the ability for players to unlock a home in Inverdon. If you've always been loyal to this icy town, your prayers have been answered. Unlocking the home requires a 5,000 Luneri plus an Inverdon homestead deed. That's what I said. Okay, that's like 10,000 Luneri, right? If you, it's quite a lot. It's an expensive home. I guess it is a new house. This item is one of the guaranteed drops from the Valorbound chest. If you don't want to buy a Valorbound chest, you can always try your luck by opening the new Guardian's War chest. Alright, cool. So that's replacing the War chest, replaces Guardian's chest, whatever the previous chest was called. Alright, so former Guardian's chest, Guardian's keys, and Invictus signatures. Those have been sunsetted. To ensure everyone has a fair chance to obtain the new Inverdon homestead deeds, we are making the following changes. All Guardian's chests currently owned by players have had their drop tables rolled. I don't think I had any left anyway. The rewards have been credited in the form of a gift. There's no difference to opening every chest yourself. Okay. Keys have been swapped. Arcane Fragments uncommon, 1-1. Invictus signatures have gone from 2-1 for uncommons. That's cool. Nice looking chest. The new Guardian's War chest does not require a key to open. Okay, that's simple. You drop a chest, crack it open, get some treasure. We'll monitor the market and remove the Inverdon homestead deeds from the drop tables at a later time. Oh, that makes sense. So as more have been discovered, players get the benefit by selling them. So they will be tradable. Okay, Champion's Residence. Have a 10% chance to contain a Champion's Residence emblem. Having this item in your stash grants access to a dwelling reserved for accomplished heroes. It's kind of just, it's got the fancy wood. It's a bit smaller. So what, you can just be like, doosh, 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 doosh. You've got the triangle. There's no unlocking required. Simply having the emblem in your stash activates it. Though it does not confer ownership, its authority remains unquestioned. If you ever grow tired of it, you can list it on the Emporium for other players who will love access. Though it does not confer ownership, its authority remains unquestioned. Okay, cool. Inverdon Emporium. Tired of traveling back to Talmouth just to trade? Talmouth chests also have a 10% chance to contain an Inverdon market sigil. So you can unlock the markets. Having this item in your stash grants permanent access to the Emporium. That could be nice. It's like a very expensive quality of life if you're into that. There is no other way to access it. Owning the token is required. If you decide you no longer need it or prefer trading in Talmouth, you are free to sell it. Okay, cool. We also have a new adventure start screen. We've updated the adventure and game mode starting screens. So level 31 monsters, you can see the monster levels, the XP, you can see what you need, you can see the rewards and the chances. That's exciting. I want to see what normal adventures look like. This now provides an overview of monsters, end chests, and drop rates. You can also configure your currencies to show different event currencies, or you can hide things if you don't want people to see. maybe something for streamers. Weekly goals. We've removed and reworked several weekly goals and added a few new ones. Be sure to check them out. Okay, interesting. Rewards shop. You can now trade your Royal Sapphires for more things. It looks like Descending Hellfire and Supremacy keys, even Echoes of Time. These premium game modes are now reliant on Royal Sapphires. I don't know if you can still get them for gold or not. And all of these ruins, they give you like a 30-day free reset on things. So like Rune of Prestige, you can reset. I think they actually adjusted the price. I think this one is 1,000. You can reset your Prestige for free for 30 days, so you can try different things. So I suppose that's quite cool. And the same, some of these will reset your armor, reset your Rune of Transference. This thing allows you to actually withdraw engine. So I think you need to have one of those activated now to be able to withdraw. Or maybe there's still a champion reward that allows you to withdraw. That might be a new kind of barrier we must check out. And yeah, so I've had a look at those already. Astral Chest is gone. We've added elixirs for Breach and Titanfall while removing Colossi boosters. Are there still those the gold chest? Those gold elixirs, or do they take those away? Weapon balancing. Short bows are one-handed. Weapons are a bit stronger. And they're still checking out how that's going to go. And they're looking at more unique minor and major attacks, but that'll come later. Gamepads. You've got more buttons than what you have on your gamepad at the moment, so they will bring in additional support for like combo keys. So you could go like left trigger plus something. So that'll come. Maybe switch to keyboard and mouse at the moment. Marketplace has been reset and collected for all the third-party developers out there. They've updated the query API. So all of this stuff probably means something to some of you. Planet Surgery, I don't know if this affects your tool or inspires you to do more stuff. That's pretty cool. Swaps. All the irrelevant things have been swapped to new things, including Resilience Tonic, Anti-Poison Potion, Fireproof Potion. Those have been changed to Artisan Sigils, as well as some other potions like Unbinding Serum. So we can no longer completely, take an immunity away. Fire is going to wreck you. Poison is going to wreck you. All these things that are in the game are now, you have to skillfully avoid them or support yourself with consumables. Okay, and finally, the future. Dev's note. All right, so what's next? Running a live service game means that balancing, introducing small new mechanics, releasing expeditions, fixing bugs, and supporting players will always consume a large portion of our time. However, we can finally say the word many of you have been waiting for. We are now actively working on co-op. Yay! Over the past few years, we focused on building the core systems and foundation of the game. With that groundwork in place, we can now start building something many of you have been asking for. That said, we also want to manage expectations early. We've seen many suggestions and discussions on Discord. While we love the enthusiasm, some ideas simply won't align with our capabilities or with the vision of Lost Relics. What co-op will not be? A full MMO. That makes sense. This is probably one of the hardest things to do and do well. Large shared hubs with hundreds of players, perfect latency for players across continents. What we are building: small cooperative runs, 2 to 4 players, instanced gameplay, best experience with players in nearby regions. Okay, that's going to be an interesting one. Our goal is to add meaningful cooperative gameplay without losing the tight gameplay loop and performance stability that Lost Relics relies on. This is a big step for the game, and we're excited to share more details as development progresses. Thank you for continuing to explore, experiment, and push the limits of what Lost Relics has become. The next chapter is only just beginning. Hey, Catty, thanks for the birthday wish. Shout out and much love to you. Thanks for tuning in. We're just doing the first little read through here. Other changes: Peekaboo Brew is now legendary. Was epic. Okay, that means something. Maybe for those who want to shatter it up. Sylvan Grip is now this. Fisherman's Friend is now that. So I guess we should just go shatter our doubles. And then a bunch of release notes, which basically goes over everything. There was some other stuff in here. There's no ways I'm going to read all this now. So you guys should definitely go through these release notes. So there's a cleansing ring. You need the ring from Gabrielle before you can actually use your pet's ability. So be sure to get that. You can break down things for Shadow Cores. Consume all potions. The key is Z by default. Potions can be stacked up to 5 in a slot. Interesting. Fees paid on digital collectible purchases in the Emporium now reward the buyer over time with Royal Sapphires. Okay, so there's another incentive to buy collectibles with Engine. You get some Sapphires. Every $20 of fee spent will result in 2 Royal Sapphires, 3 at Bronze, 4 for Silver. What? 2 Royal Sapphires at Bronze tier. Okay, 3 for Silver, 4 for Gold, and 6 for Diamond. Okay. Anything else that's new here? This is all pretty much what we've read, just a summary. And of course, I make an appearance, revamped all music tracks from Nick Nightshade. Check them out. Very lucky. Yes, I was more of a musical director than the actual guy playing everything. I did leverage the power of AI to be able to kind of scale as a single person for an entire game world. But I think these changes will be nice. So be sure to please listen to the in-game music. I'd love to hear what you guys think. All right, let's dive in. Let's actually play a bit. What a grind. So do you guys think I should get one of those Valorbound chests? What are your suggestions? Let's have a look here. We've got a new currency. Titan Forged token. Disintegrate at the end of the Valor expedition. Required for many exchanges across Lunaria. Right. Interesting. So, let's have a look. Valor. Hey. Yeah, I need to get some contracts. Rewards. I mean, that's pretty simple. I like that. It doesn't matter what tier you go for. Reward pool. We got 17k in there. I guess again, I'll just be boosting. Which turned out quite nice at the end last time. Talents. No new talents. I've already allocated those. That's cool. Okay, let's have a look. Organdor. Alright, so Frostfang is the return of Organdor. That's cool. And it looks like we still got the Valor token cash. Contains 150 tokens. Is that how much it had last time? Nice to know that we've got a nice gold, a weekly gold earner again. Complete Organdor. What do you get? Ah, you get a token to upgrade your Titan Forge gear. Alright, that's fun. Complete the Blackened Mines of Mount Olkep or Kraken or Iron Dawn. Ooh, you have to do 50 of those to get an Arcane Frag. That's quite nice, considering how difficult that's going to be. 2.5 gold contract per week. Was it always 150? It was, hey? I mean, that's very nice. That's pretty fair. What's this? Defeat monsters. Ooh. Oh, gain breach experience. Okay, so we've got the 10k monster grind. That's fairly doable. I think most people kind of went more for that. Gain breach XP, 25k. So that's a lot of Ascending Nightmares. Gain combat experience. Gain production experience. You know what? This is much more like, I would say a little bit less like stressful. I'm glad they took that 25k experience grind away, but who knows? Maybe 50 runs is a lot, but it shouldn't be. It depends how it all feels. All right, cool. Exciting. Let's take some artifacts here, and let's just go shatter some things up. I really don't have Scathing Ruin. I don't have like tons of stuff, but I'm just gonna go shatter just to break in the new, bring in the new. I wonder if you can. Yeah, you can't. Surely you can't Shadow forge your soulcraft weapon. That'd be funny. Okay, so let's go. We'll take one of these. I'll just take all my doubles. I mean, I don't really have many doubles. And a lot of these weapons I don't actually use or need. I've got 3 Black Deaths. Why do I only see 2 here? Let's go do a Black Death. I don't really want to break down any other weapons, to be honest. It's like a little bit hectic to do that. And artifacts, do I have any doubles? Couple scavenger lenses. Let's go break them down. I mean, I don't really care to... What? Scavenger lens is selling for 230 engine. What the hell? Is that a lot? It's actually not a lot, because the engine is down. Should I sell one? I don't even know. I can't believe scavenger lens is worth so much. When did that happen? Okay, can't trade this. Untradeable. Untradeable. Okay. Fisherman's friend. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll keep 1 scavenger lens. Can't trade those. All my doubles I can't trade, damn it. What's that? Holy Remedy. Yeah, whatever. Off you go. Never use that. And we've got a spyglass. Let's go shatter that down as well. Make spyglass more valuable for everyone else. Peekaboo? Peekaboo brew? No. I don't think I want to get rid of anything else. Can you guys answer me this question? What? There are still some resources that have to be removed, or am I just too stupid to find a use case for them? Are you talking about like mushrooms? Maybe you can just make a cooked mushroom or something. So are those gold elixirs back? You know what I mean? Like, can you, yeah, let's go shatter some stuff. I'm keen to try this. But you remember last expedition, there was a new kind of thing where you got those gold elixirs. So, what is that? Ah, currency configuration. Ascendant orbs. That's cool. I'll leave that as default. Let's just chat to Viola as well. Let's see what she's got to say. Viola Night Bloom. Titanfall. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess maybe those exchanges will still happen. So what, you can't like craft anything with them? Ruthless potion. What is this? Oh, cool. Precision potion. Crit chance. Ah, cool. That's fun. We got a new potions there. Translooms. Are these still? Why are these still here? I mean, does anyone actually use that potion? And I know what blood rage. What is this? 10% chance to gain frenzy. Cool. Okay. Instead of overmorph. Less chance, more damage. I think that's how that used to be 20% chance and 20% damage, isn't it? Guess they just forgot. Yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they'll change that, or they'll reward us 1-to-1 or something, or just totally nuke the items. Unless there's things you can cook. No. I guess you're not stupid. Oopsie. Don't undersell yourself. Yeah, that is kind of strange. We shouldn't be able to gather things we can't use. That sucks. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things to manage. Maybe they just forgot. Let's test out this Shadow Forge. Is that the Shadow Forge? Wait, what are all these things again? This is Prime Forge. Upgrade. This is Gem Fuser. So we've got the Catalyst of Convergence again. Artisan Kiln. So how many do you have to... How many do you exchange? What do I use these for? Is there a new NPC here? Wait, hold on. Quarry Master. Aha. Oh, you get, if you give in a green frag, you get Shadow Core. Hail Nightshade, the birthday legend. That's me. 400 Shadow Core, you get an epic. Shadow, 2.5, you get that Shadowfest orb. Ruby. Shadow Core contract. What is that? Interact to activate. Cost the legendary. Requires character level 15. This Alatriad, you need Shadow Core blueprint and 1 Shadow Core. It's more about that blueprint. Okay. Interesting stuff. Let's see what this is. We'll figure out what that is. Don't know if that changed something here. Did it add a new? Probably have to go actually use it. Okay, let's shatter up some stuff. Let's do. We'll go up into here. 2. What? Earned in backpack and stash. 2 total. Each item gives 1 shadow core. Breakdown preview. 1 item, 1 shadow core. I mean that's not great. But let's go. Breakdown. You're about to permanently destroy this. Total supply will be reduced. Sure. Yay! My first shadow core. Right. Let's go again. Scathing ruin. Breakdown. Okay, there's plenty of those. Alright. Oh wow. Breaking down a legendary gives you 500 shadow core. That's pretty good. Alright, I've got 3 total. Let's do 2. And then I've got 1 on my wall. I don't think this is a sword that I actually use. So let's get 1,000 shadow core there. I'll do it. Yeah, sure. Boom. Okay. Scavenger's Lens. I mean, this is selling for quite a bit. Yeah, it's almost better to sell, to be honest. Epic. 100 shadow core. Yeah, that's pretty crap. But I'll take it. Yeah, and then of course, Spyglass. 500. Let's go. Yeah. Plenty of shadow core, and I don't know what to do with it. Oh, I understand. You can buy fragments with shadow core. Okay. So that's the grind. You're trying to grind up to get this thing. Oof. You could also get gold. Ooh. That's brutal. That's probably going to hurt. Okay. So I understand the out. We're breaking items down. But I'm really hoping that we also have a more rewarding game. Maybe or not. We'll have to see. Valor Triad. That's the legendary one. How do you get the mythical one? You need 4. Okay, that's fair. So technically you only need 8 levels for 1, which I guess is kind of similar to how it was. Okay, and if you have 4 of those, you can get this mythical artifact. Okay, that's a lot of that stuff. Let's see if we can actually go do. Let's just do an adventure. Just want to check these NPCs. Right, classic. Right. Actually, let's go do the. Let's jump straight into the Odyssey. Just go test it. Let's just go get wrecked. So I've got one of these at the moment, so we can choose a weapon. A blade will disintegrate at the end. When 200,000 shadow cores. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Doubles the effect of discrete magic potion. Discrete melee in it. Cool. So these things synergize with potion use. Okay, that's interesting. Blood Fury Amulet. Quick Pulse Ring. Reduces minor attack cooldown by 1 second. Well, disintegrate at the end of the Valor Expedition. I mean, it's probably safe to go with a bow, but I'm fine to go sword. I'll suffer, I don't mind. Warm Blood Amulet. Reduces chill duration. Okay, you can get some frags as well. War Pulse Ring. Reduce major attack cooldown. Interesting. Alright, let's take the sword. I'm taking. Is it two-handed? Yeah. I accept. Let's go Shadow Core this thing. I mean, it's really not that good. Like an epic level. Let me just check something here. I don't actually know. Legendary, two-handed. Yeah, it's a little bit less than a legendary sword. Interesting. Alright, let's go try. I'm just gonna do one naked. Oh no, I don't. I don't have the orbs. I can't do the Odyssey yet. What am I saying? Alright. Let's just try to go do like something. Should we do like a... Well, actually, take this. No longer own it. Star Shark. Okay, that's fine. But that's okay. I see, that's just a notification. Right, I've got no idea what to expect here. Let's just take some extra this. Discreets. Wow, discreets only give you 5% damage now. These only give you 10. Let's see what this contract does. Check your gold. Complete the blackened mines or mounts or iron door. You've got a month to do that, and you get 500 shadow core. Oh, that's quite nice. Okay, so legendary frags. You can break those down to get shadow core. That's cool. Okay. Interesting. Should we do some... Let's also get some other contracts as well. This is usually how it goes on update day, man. You like hardly get a chance to play. Let's have a look. So you guys have been giving me a solid boost all through the quiet time. For those of you who are boosting me as your content creator, you guys are such legends. Thank you so much. It's been very helpful. So let's do... I've got enough to get... Let's just get all the gold ones for now. I think I'm gonna ditch these for a little while. Because now you need what? You need 50. 50 per week. So 500, 7 times 50. You need 850 greens, which I definitely don't have. Just when I thought I was kitted. Yeah, I'm a little short for greens. And blues I'm so far behind on. That's gonna be the gap that I'm gonna have to chase. Okay. Let's do. Suppose we can also do the bronze. We'll let the silvers just percolate. I think the music is actually very nice. The game does feel new and fresh. Yeah. Let's chat to Gabrielle. Cleansing ring removes all harmful effects obtained by trading. Don't tell me. What? Okay, okay, cool. Your cleanse ability is 30 seconds on an epic. Wait, let me understand this. So the cleansing ring, this is an artifact for the newbies who don't have pets. So you can still have the cleanse, but it takes up an artifact slot. But it's obviously much better to get a pet. I'm sure pet prices are going to do something interesting. What is food? Oh, cool. Separate to consumables. Food. Interesting. All right. Let's go check out pets. Consumes 500 energy. Okay, 28 seconds. That's pretty incremental. That could be the difference between death. I wonder if you can you break pets down? Although I love these pets. I wouldn't want to kill my pets. It's sad. Break down the artifacts here. Skins. I've got nothing to break down, man. I've already given away most of my stuff. Alright, let's try go do some adventures. Wow. Brand new adventure map. That's exciting. Guaranteed stones. A nice amount of gold there. Guaranteed. You got 4% chance for green, 1% for blue, and 0.7 chance for that. Well, there you go. I can imagine that those chances get... I mean, it's not that much worse. It's 0.5 or 0.7. Interesting. Westphal 0.6, 0.65 on the... That's fairly pretty much the same. It's pretty incremental, so if you look at that, it doesn't really matter where you go play. They also said damage values have been adjusted, so does that mean weapons are weaker, stronger? I'm like scared to play an adventure here. Let's see if we can do... Look at my... let's do the contract. Let's start off with some bronze ones. And you still only do 2 at a time. Yeah. Okay. No. Let's see. Defeat monsters. 50. Gather. Alright, back to actually using our maps. Defeat monsters. Alright, so let's just try... Let's try a mythical map. Burn has got nothing that can burn, but these dudes can make you bleed now. The Night Prowler. Let's try good old time. Zenny, you are screwed. You've got things that are trying to slow you. You got things that are trying to poison you. That sucks. You're going to be relying on cleanse there. Here, the only thing, I think, is... Yeah, the only thing is fire. Okay, let's try Odin's fire. It should feel kind of samey. Let's also see what that fire, how bad the fire is. All right, there we go. It is 30 seconds. Now, the tick is not necessarily every second though. But it does last long. All right, so we'll cleanse it. Yeah, I was just testing that. That was like 105 tick. Okay, cool. And we've got some desert music, or being in the desert. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think the themes sit very nicely with the game. Alright, let's get too carried away. Okay, this doesn't feel too bad. Let's just use some potions. Per adventure, I guess. Come on. Okay, so I missed my 4% chance there, or 3%. Cleanse. Nice. Okay, so cleanse does take energy though. Yo, I can imagine Mount with all the fire is gonna be brutal. Yay! Waygate orbs. We've got 15 there. Nice. Yo, I almost pressed cleanse. I thought I was gonna get hit there. You said pets block your attacks. Like, do they block your arrow attacks? Also, if you're hanging out on the stream and you haven't hit follow on my chat, be sure to do that. It's always nice to have some new faces in the chat, some new players. If you're a returning Lost Relics player, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the current state of the game and how you're feeling about the update. Are you someone who's been away in between expeditions, or you've just come back now? Yep. Let's get amped up. Update day is always very exciting. And all those I see people are waking up now. All those birthday messages are coming through. It's very sweet. Oh, to be loved. At least one day a year. I see that. The pet was blocked. Yeah, he blocked an arrow for me. He took an arrow for me? What a legend. Alright. Ooh, we must remember the Guardian also can heal himself. What pet blocked my major? Ooh. Hey, gotta be more strategic there. At least he can also block. Let me see. Can he block? Let's try use the pet for a second here. Come on, pet. Where are you? Be my shield. What the hell's he doing? Come back here. Take an arrow for me. Let's see. Oh, I'm bleeding. Look at that. My pet is a shield. That's amazing. You can basically hide behind your pet while you bleed out. You know, something's slowing me. That's crazy. Okay, pets are OP. They literally can be a shield. That's amazing. Okay. If you can predict their unpredictable movement, as long as there's no breakables around to distract them, they can actually be pretty useful. Let's see. And they block melee attacks as well. No, more for ranged. Yo, imagine you use your pet to like block a necromage attack. Bleed doesn't work? No, it wasn't bleed. I think that was a slow. Even though it looked like a bleed. Unless slow just looks like that now. Like you're running through mud. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Ooh, here we go. A little vibe change with the music. Yeah, fighting the warden. That's cool. Nice feel change there. I like that. You! A Guardian's War Chest. Let's go. That's lucky. Let's see what that's about. Get your stones. That was pretty standard. But lucky there. What do you get? Invert and homestead deed. All the kinds of things. Stuff to break down. So it's basically a Guardian's Chest without the need of keys anymore. Okay. Let's open one. Let's go. Should we just open some stuff? Birthday opening. Let's go. Open this. Get some frags. Let's open these. Get some gold. Let's open the vault. Oh, just some frags. Okay, and let's see what this is about. We're gonna do it old school. More frags. Well, I'm not gonna complain, considering I need tons of those things anyway. Okay, that was quite cool. Let's go and see here. Valor. What do I have to do? Complete Blackened Mines. Okay, let's go try do a transcendent run of some kind. Oh, this music is so nice. I really think it sits perfectly in the game. Yo, just raking in the frags today. Ooh, a supremacy key. Nice. I'll use those probably for gold contracts. Okay, that was cool. Wasn't too bad. I'm just gonna take some extra fish with, just in case things get a little scary. Codex of Mastery, there's Breach, there's all that stuff. What do I have to do? Goals. I have to do the Transcendent Adventure. Let's try one of those. Let's see. My potions are done now. Let's see. Yeah. Let me just check something recipe-wise. For an enhanced one now, you only need one of these instead of two. And the effect is only 5% less. So that's it's technically a win, supposed to be. Precision potion. That could be cool actually. Crit chance. That's crit damage. I like these. Should try them. But do we still have blood cones? Oh, you could go full crit. Okay. That's fine. Let's just go. I've got a bunch of these. We'll use them. Classics. Okay. Thank you. Look, I can't take full credit for the music. Like I said, I handled it more like a musical director leveraging the power of AI. But you'll notice that a lot of my original compositions, I basically remixed my compositions using AI. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time and the studio, and Cliff also doesn't have the budget necessarily to be able to pay me to sit and compose music for hours and hours, you know. So we took the shorter route, but it's still all the music is still very well considered. I spent um, like a whole day just trying to like figure out the different feels and the different like types of adventures so that you have variation and maybe just enjoy the game's vibe without feeling like you have to change it because it's putting you to sleep. Because the old music was nice, but it was just a bit snoozy. And like here, now we're in a dangerous cave. The music has got a bit more of like a creepy. I'm really digging it. I'm gonna pump it up. Right? This feels like a dangerous cave. Ooh, with undead. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of be careful down here. Not sure what the damage of times are, or damage over times. What effects we can encounter here. I know it's just, hey, Sandy has returned. That's nice. Okay, some of you that were sitting on my stream pre-update, you'll notice that this music sounds familiar to you already. Just because I was testing it on stream with adventures and stuff. But it wasn't interactive. I was just running the playlist. Now we've got the music interacting based on the different map that you choose. I think it's a nice little facelift. What's up, Lucky Houteen? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see a new name in the chat. Do we need to buy Rune of Transference to withdraw? Because I've read it in DC, you can get it normally. That's a good question. I know. Thank you for the follow as well. Welcome. What we could do is let's check our codex here. Combat. I think it used to be. Yeah, if you're a member, you can withdraw from level 18. Okay, but I guess if you're not a member, but you've got Luneri, and you want to withdraw, and you're not level 18 yet, you've got another option. So you're not forced to play if you want to withdraw. So then the transference, or maybe let's actually see what it says. Maybe you need both. Let's check after this adventure. It's a good question. Yeah, let's use our tactical boost on the potions. So yeah, I think the potion change. Oh, I must try stacking. I haven't tried that. How to kill Gander with melee. Learn, noob. Oh, nice. Joshi's on it already. That's awesome. Yeah, I guess you gotta learn the steps. We'll get there. Yeah, I chose a sword as well. I know that it's probably gonna be harder, but I've always played with a sword, so it just makes sense for me to choose that. Not suddenly now just gonna be a bow skipper. Skip around with my little bow. Pew pew. That's not gonna happen. I'm a foolish warrior. Shall run into battle head first. Yeah, the update's pretty good so far. Obviously, there's things in Inverdun I haven't checked out yet in terms of key prices and stuff. But exciting that we have a new expedition. We've got new weekly goals. think I'll go for the expedition anyway, just because you guys have very kindly been boosting me, so I've got all those valor tokens. So I'll use my greens, I'll use the valor tokens, and then we'll see if we can cover the gap and play catch up on silvers. What? Breaker, I got 1 out of 3 blueprints. Nice. What did you get the blueprint from? Is that just from shattering items? What did you shatter? Was that a mythical that you shattered? But which items? Did you shatter like a bunch of your uncommons and stuff? I suppose I don't need 1,200. What? That's crazy. $1,000 of them were epics. What? What did you have, like a stack of epic swords and stuff? Nice. So what? Okay, so explain that blueprint to me that you've got now. What is that actually? Is that from, like, you could have got that from any item that you shattered? That's like those 0 point something chances that you managed to actually beat. Well done, dude. Oh, cool. 50k plus 1 blueprint for it. Funny that they don't put the amount there. Right, cleanse. Oh, those are some new effects on the fire. Like, there's new effects there. New, like, particle effects on the flames. Awesome. Ads. All right. Yeah, just letting you know that I do have my camera on here. Just a heads up. Alrighty. Done. Alrighty, guys. I actually have a birthday that I need to go and have some fun with. So I will obviously be streaming today, but I'm going to be heading out for breakfast, and I probably need to go and get ready for that. So this was just a first look. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. I'm sure someone else is streaming, so before I jump off, I will send you across to someone. I also loosely planned with Hidden Hero yesterday that we would be doing like cross chat stream. If any of you guys who are in the chat want to do that as well, we could set up a time of table. I see Joshi is live, only on YouTube though. Oh no, he uploaded a new video. Cool. Poopsie says, I love how they fixed the gap on production XP between cooking and alchemy. Okay, that's also something to discover. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for joining me for a little good morning birthday stream. It will be my birthday all day, and I will be back a little bit later for some more streaming. I don't know if I'll be able to send out my announcement, so make sure you hit follow, and I'll be back. It'll be great to have you all. Nice to see the community so alive again. It's been quiet. Shout out to all the lurkers, Catty, Konto Modat, Bordel Music, Baff, what's up Baff, Werka, Lagame, Matt640, Ohex, Planet Surgery, Porsche, Oopsie, and Slighty Noogle. And of course, shout out to Slighty Noogle for subscribing again. Thank you so much. And let's see, before I jump off, let's have a look and see who is streaming, so I can send you guys away for a raid. Let's have a look here. Let's just open up Twitch. I'm sure someone else is streaming. I would be shocked if no one is. But yeah, good to see some returning players. Welcome back. Where have you been? Get in, play Lost Relics. Oh, loving the music. It's so good. Falmouth feels like home. All right, let's have a look. I am live. Yes, sure. But I wanted to see. Let's just go back to Twitch for a second. Thanks for all the wishes as well, guys. That's very sweet of you. We'll be back for some more birthday grinds. Let's do Ohex. Ohex is live. Nice. Let me just double check. See if anyone else. When cake. Yeah, I guess I could have like a cheesecake or a carrot cake. Playing Lost Relics new updates. Okay, so Ohex is live. And also Oluwapo, the Oluwapo show. He's also live with 11. Okay, so Ohex has got less viewers at the moment, so I'm gonna send you guys over to Ohex. Let's go give him. How do I spell his channel name? OH3KZ. Okay, not easy. OH3KZLR. Alright, Ohex. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you later again, and good luck on your grinds. And yeah, have fun. Go shatter some items. Go get some Guardian chests, and we'll see you at the next stream. Skål!